An F1 car screaming down the track at 230 miles per hour, a rally beast clawing through mud, a drift car shredding tires, and a monster truck flattening everything in sight. But what happens when they all go head-to-head? Speed versus power, grip versus chaos, this is the ultimate showdown. Let's settle the debate. Let's kick things off by meeting the contenders, the 4-horsepower heroes about to clash. First, the F1 car, a featherweight titan of aerodynamics, engineered to scream at 200+ miles per hour, carving corners with surgical precision. Next, the rally car, a rugged warrior built to tame dirt, gravel, and chaos, a master of unpredictable terrain. And then, the drift car, sliding like crazy, making smoke and looking awesome doing it. Finally, the truck, a diesel-powered leviathan crushing terrain with raw torque and unyielding grit. We're not just looking at speed, we're breaking them down. Speed, handling, adaptability, sheer power. And most importantly, who delivers the most unadulterated, adrenaline-pumping fun? All right now, let's peek under the hood, shall we? Because that's where the real magic happens. First up, F1. That 1.6-liter hybrid V6, don't let the size fool you. It's 1,000 horses of pure, screaming efficiency. It's like a finely tuned instrument, every part working in perfect harmony. It's not just power, it's a masterpiece of engineering. Now, the rally car. 600 horsepower from a 2.0-liter turbo. Sounds good, right? But it's not just about the raw power, it's how it gets to the ground. That all-wheel drive system, it's like a claw, digging in and launching that car out of corners. Its fury meets traction, and it's a beautiful thing. Then you've got the drift car, 500 horsepower, twin turbocharged, and stripped down to the bare essentials. This engine's all about response, about instant power when you need it. It's tuned for tire-shredding action, for that split-second control that makes a drift car dance. It's a raw, untamed beast. And finally, the truck, 1,000 horsepower diesel. Forget finesse, this is pure, unadulterated brute force. It's built to haul, to tow, to crush. 80,000 pounds? That's just a warm-up. It's the kind of engine that can move mountains, literally. It's a testament to the power of diesel, a rolling earthquake under the hood. It's the difference between a scalpel and a sledgehammer, and they're all wonderful in their own ways. Now, let's talk about speed, but not just any speed. The kind that makes your stomach drop and your eyes water. An F1 car, right? That thing's a rocket. 2.5 seconds to 60 miles per hour? Seriously? It's like they strapped a jet engine to a go-kart, and those sleek lines aren't just for show, they're slicing through the air like a hot knife through butter, pushing it past 230 miles per hour. But hold on, don't count out the rally car. That beast's got all-wheel drive, which means it's basically glued to the road. 3.2 seconds to 60? That's an insane grip. Then there's the drift car. Sure, it hits 60 in 3.8 seconds, which is still fast, but that's not its party trick. It's all about sideways action, smoke, and pure, unadulterated chaos. And then there's the truck. Yeah, 7.5 seconds to 60 isn't winning any drag races. But listen, that thing's packing 900 pound-feet of torque. That's like having a small planet's worth of pulling power. It's about being unstoppable, not being fast. So who wins? It really depends on what kind of thrill you're chasing, right? Are you looking for raw speed, insane grip, sideways madness, or just pure, unadulterated brute force? The F1 wins effortlessly, but hold up, folks, this is just the start. Each reigns supreme on their turf, but what if there was a race that had all these terrains? Yes, the Dakar Rally is widely considered the most well-known race that takes place across a variety of terrains, including deserts, mountains, and grasslands, making it a true all-terrain race. It's often referred to as the toughest off-road race in the world. Okay, so we've talked about straight-line speed, but what about when the road gets twisty? That's where things get really interesting. Let's start with the F1 car again. It's like a surgical instrument in corners, right? Carbon brakes that could stop a train, downforce that glues it to the track, and steering so sharp it's practically telepathic. It's all about precision, hitting that apex perfectly every single time. Now throw that same car onto a gravel road and it'd be a disaster. That's where the rally car comes in. It's built for chaos. That all-wheel drive and that crazy suspension, they're designed to soak up jumps, bumps, and slides. It's like a ballet dancer on a roller coaster, always in control, even when it looks like it's about to fly off the track. Then you've got the drift car. Forget precision, this thing's all about controlled chaos. It's steering with the gas pedal, making smoke signals with its tires and basically living its best life sideways. It's just pure excitement, loud engines and screaming tires. It's about looking cool while being absolutely out of control. And then there's the truck. You'd think it'd be a clumsy giant, right? But it's surprisingly agile. It's fighting its own weight every corner, but that hydraulic steering is like a muscle flexing, just shoving its way through mud and muck like it's nothing. It's not graceful, but it's powerful and it gets the job done. Each car is like a different personality, isn't it? Precision, chaos, smoke, or brute strength. Which one speaks to you, though? Let me know in the comments below. Which one would you rather drive flat out? F1 speed, rally grip, drift car madness, or monster truck brute force? Drop your pick in the comments. All right, let's talk about where these beasts really shine, the battlegrounds they were born for. A perfectly smooth racetrack like a giant black ribbon. That's F1 territory. It's untouchable there, a pure speed demon. Now, ditch the perfect pavement and imagine a road covered in loose gravel, a bumpy mess of rocks and surprises. That's a rally car's happy place. It's built for that kind of craziness. Those special tires grip the ground, the strong frame takes the beating, and it just powers through like it's hunting. It's the king of rough roads. Picture this, a super tight, winding track, corners everywhere, short bursts of speed. That's a drift car's happy zone. It spins and slides like it's dancing on ice, but with tons of tire smoke. It's all about being quick and in control when things get wild. Then, you've got the really tough stuff. Giant rocks, huge holes, hills that seem impossible to climb. That's where the truck is the boss. Its four-wheel drive kicks in, the big suspension takes all the bumps, and it just pushes through everything. It's like a tank. Nothing stops it. Isn't it wild how different these cars are? They're all about going fast, but they each have their own place where they're the best. They're like different animals, each one perfect for its own habitat. Did you know? Many all-terrain races double as high-intensity testing grounds for future automotive technology. Beyond the thrill and competition, manufacturers and engineers often use these extreme events to push vehicle designs to their limits. Sensors and telemetry systems gather data on suspension stress, tire wear, and engine performance under harsh, real-world conditions. And now, the real chaos begins. Mud pits, insane jumps, tight corners, and rock-strewn climbs. No excuses, no home advantage. This is the ultimate motorsport war. Which machine will survive, and which one will tap out first? The F1 blazes the straights, no question. But then sploosh, it's stuck in the mud, spinning its wheels. The rally car jumps like a champ, flies over the rough stuff, but those drift corners, it's just not built for that precision. The drift car, king of the corners, sideways perfection, but off-road, forget it, it's drowning. And the truck? Man, that thing crawls over anything, a monster crushing obstacles. But on the asphalt, it's like watching a tank try to win a sprint. It's chaos. Every car has its moment, its weakness. It's a wild, unpredictable brawl. Who'd you bet on? Let us know in the comments below. Here's something you didn't know about all-terrain races. Despite the prevalence of advanced GPS and satellite navigation today, many of these competitions still rely on traditional hand-drawn road books. These detailed guides, crafted and refined by veteran racers, contain secret routes, insider tips, and precise descriptions of the terrain's quirks that digital maps often miss. Now to wrap up with the final verdict, or, well, the lack thereof. There's no perfect machine, only perfect purpose. F1, king of speed, pure and simple. The rally car, chaos tamed, a wild dance on dirt. The drift car, sideways sorcery, smoke, and skill. The truck, indomitable force, a rolling mountain. Which wins? You decide. But remember, it's not about the trophy or even the finish line. It's about that raw, visceral feeling you get behind the wheel, the way the drive makes you feel. That's the real victory. And really, isn't that what it's all about? And there you have it, the battle of the legends. No clear winner, just pure automotive insanity. But the real question? If you had to drive one of these beasts for a day, on every type of terrain, what are you picking? Tell us in the comments. If you enjoyed this wild ride through the world of high-octane machines, make sure to check out our previous video, World's Largest Land Vehicles, for more automotive adventures. And while you're at it, please do subscribe to our channel. That's the absolute best way you can fuel our passion and help us bring you even more exhilarating content. I'll see you in the next one.